Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded at the 6. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Down the numbers. There he goes. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now, after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
Back to throw. He's got his target. It's Kotg. And he's taken down inside the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the gun, here's McNair. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. The pitch to Henry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll set up to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. This quarterback now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now a handoff to Henry. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Again to Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Green 39!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder, and sure enough, they can't convert here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, McNair. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense, drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. McNair to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
McNair. That's caught inside the 20. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
Green, 39.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Leopard. Gun.
They'll set up a throw. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the Ravens taking the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's McNair. Now he's flushed out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Green 39. Green 39. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, McNair. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. A very solid gain of 27.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump it.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, McNair. It's caught by Moncrief. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Out of the gun, it's McNair. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! We got three, fellas, we got three.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rolling to his right. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And throw right side complete to Parker. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets it over the middle to Kotg. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A little juke, and he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. It's McNair. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He dumps it off for Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Gone!
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a spot lastly open, left side complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now McNair. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now McNair. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
How about that? It helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. Try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now McNair off the play fake. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Anthony Averett picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. Gone. Back to that Philly. Here we go. Gone. Detroit.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Ooh, the juke. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey. Back to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker now for the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Gone! All right, here we go. 3-19.
second down, it's Drake. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
All right, now look at 56. Look it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. McNair to throw. Dancing to his left. Yeah, he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a big play there for Miami. 65 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw, McNair under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gone!
From the gun, here's McNair. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, McNair. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Gone!
On second down, McNair. Now he'll escape to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here's McNair. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, it's McNair. And Davis has it over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone!
Out of the gun, it's McNair. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Well, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Leopard! Leopard! Check the backer, check the backer. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
McNair. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now to add the point after. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now McNair. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Now McNair. Complete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. They're going to look to throw. His throw incomplete. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Ravens, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.